Hi, this is Congressman Garamendi with our weekly report about what Congress is doing to you. Can't miss the president, however. This week, he terminated DACA. In the months ahead, 800,000 young men and women who came here as children, not breaking the law themselves, but their parents bringing them here. They're undocumented. And now he wants to deport them. So what's Congress going to do? Well, we'll see if we actually pass a law to codify the DACA program. That's a long, hard pull since the well is so poisoned by the rhetoric of the Trump campaign. But we're going to work at it. In the meantime, guess what? Congress is increasing ICE's money. More detention beds, more money to deport those 800,000 people. That's in the appropriation bills. And the rest of the information in the appropriation bills is horrible. Let me see now. Houston is underwater. An unprecedented event. And now we have Hurricane Irma about to strike Florida. Gee, do you think these have anything to do with climate change? Well, apparently the Republicans in Congress think that climate change has nothing to do with anything. So guess what? They're slashing the funding for NOAA, the National Ocean and Atmospheric Agency. You know, the folks that track hurricanes and big storms like Harvey and Irma. Good, we're going to take $700 million out of their budget, so say the Republicans. And if that's not enough, we'll make sure the EPA cannot do any research on anything. Well, that ought to really help our environment and human health. And if that isn't sufficient for them, they're going to make sure that absolutely no research can be done on anything having to do with climate change. Oh, by the way, you can't use the word anyway. This is absolutely crazy. In the midst of all that we see around us, the hottest summers ever in California, huge hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, by the way, why is the water getting hotter and hotter in the Gulf of Mexico and along the Gulf Stream? Do you think it has anything to do with climate change? The Republicans don't think so. And so let's just ignore the facts that actually exist out there, and we're going to cut the funding for all of this stuff. And by the way, we're not going to let anybody talk about climate change in the federal government. We've got to change this. We've got to rein in our president. We've got to stop him from taking the actions that he's taking. We've got to get to negotiations in the North Korea situations. We've got to make sure that we're actually funding the necessary programs here so that we can address the very real problems that confront this earth. We're going to fight hard. Oh, by the way, one final point. In what is our best exercise ever, we're kicking the can down the road. We're not going to shut down government at the end of September. We've managed to kick the can down the road until December the 8th. And then we'll see if we're going to shut down government. We just are going to push the debt limit forward 3 months and the appropriations forward 3 months. And so we'll do what we do best, kick the can down the road with what is known as a CR, continuing resolution. I'll be back next week. We'll talk about what may be going on in the appropriation process and North Korea. In the meantime, hang on. This is one crazy, crazy Congress with a president that probably qualifies with the very same words. Thank you.